Government is us. We do it to ourselves.
Indeed.
There's no such a thing as government, especially here. I'm from Iran.
Yes.
There is a government there that if they don't like you, they make life hell for you.
Oh, sure.
And in the old days, they just killed you.
Yes.
But now they can't do that with internet and cell phones and all that. They can. But here, we're the ones who decide who goes and who stays. We really are. I don't give a shit what people say. We're the ones. But we're really stupid.
Yeah, sure.
We're kind of stupid and we fall for all kinds of stupid shit. Most educated immigrants are not, because we've lived in other worlds too.
That's what I found out here in my talks with
I'll be honest with you, I hate to say it, but we have a different perspective.
Of course you do.
Like so many people here, I've seen on Facebook, like a guy goes to Iraq, invades a country based on a lie. Don't tell me bad intelligence.
Right.
A lie. And hundreds of thousands of people I know personally whose lives were decimated.
Right.
I have a friend whose mom and dad live in Jordan. His brother went to Australia. His sister is in Sweden.
Right.
All ran away. Okay, and we had bad intelligence on my ass. But then there are Americans who take a picture of a soldier in Iraq. He's fighting for your freedom.
Oh, bullshit.
Taking care of oil in the Middle East. I got plenty of oil in Louisiana, probably.
Anybody with two functioning brain cells knows that the whole Middle East has been a chessboard for the elites. For trying to steal the resources, making artificial boundaries.
Listen, we only want oil there, and we got plenty of oil in this country, but it's cheaper over there. No environmental laws.
Yes, right.
No, you can bribe an official to do whatever you want them, and that's why Middle East is the mess it is.
Right. What do you see? Because things are really they're always in turmoil there. But right now they're going through a lot of movers and shaking.
I became a citizen in 1995. And I waited a long time before I make that step. Most of my friends can't wait to get their hands on that American passport. But I waited. But I tell you one thing. That day, and I know this from history of Great Britain, the Great Britain's average life improved tremendously after World War II when Britain was no longer a superpower. I cannot wait for the day that we are not a superpower anymore. I cannot wait. Because that's when we get a lot better. That's why we don't have draft, because we want to be able to fight where we want, where the poor Mexicans and poor blacks and poor whites can go, the dumbest ones, go do the dying for us, and the rich kid doesn't have to go anywhere. But the day we realize we are no longer superpower and we stop wasting our time like British, like the French, that's the day the average American will live a lot better life.
Well, I think that ever since the 60s, when people started realizing we're truly fighting imperialistic wars. There's a General Smedley Butler. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
I saw something on thing about him.
He was the original general whistleblower. He wrote the book War is a Racket. He says, look, I'm fighting not for freedom and I'm fighting for Shell Oil, United Fruit Company. So he blew the whistle. He was one of the first ones. Then Eisenhower blew the whistle on the military-industrial complex. So that's the deep state that he warned us against. That's been basically running things ever since they assassinated Kennedy. Now, we know that 9/11 wasn't carried out by 19 hijackers.
That's very hard to... I mean, they had a network, obviously.
Well, of course, but it was made by us. Like you've made reference to, we make our own enemies. They just discovered a big cache of weapons in Syria that had our names on it. That ISIS had.
Well, the trucks that are riding around we paid for.
Yeah, we paid.
Some of them had stickers on them they traced back to places here.
Indeed. So these things are obvious to people that are looking at them. What we hear on the news, of course, we know it's just total bullshit. We know that's propaganda. Just try to, defeat the people that aren't paying attention.
The guy, I forget his name, was a brother of our Secretary of Education who had the Blackwater, whatever, private army. He lives in Dubai right now. He moved from here to Dubai. He's the brother of Secretary of Education. He had the Blackwater thing that they got in trouble. And now he's trying to privatize the army. So the U.S. government hires them and tells them, go do this and that. So then when shit hits the fan, it wasn't us. And there is no people reacting to it because it's a corporation fighting our fight. Like the British had to do that with the German Hessians, because they also were running an immoral enterprise when they colonized all over the world. It is probably all is going to come to head. I'm happy. You see, I read a lot of history. Trump is no accident. Trump is a people that are fed up. And all these empires, towards the end of them, they used to do crazy shit. If you read the Roman Empire, after Julius Caesar, when they were about to collapse, when the barbarians were coming, they were doing all kinds of stupid crap. And this was my
history repeats itself. Not the first time.
This wasn't stupid shit. I mean, first election, I swear, I became citizen. I told you, 95. First man I voted for was Ross Perot. And I tell everybody I didn't vote for either one of these, and I would be happy the day Americans sit home on November 3rd or 4th or whatever it is, when there is another scam like this on us. Either one of these would have fucked us up the ass.
Well, yeah, but the one thing that I've seen that was different between this, and I
probably like him more than...
Because I mean, obviously follow this like you do very closely. I mean, but there was a stark difference between them in the sense that...
Right. I know what you're going to say. Go ahead.
All the elitists, the globalists, didn't want him in there because he was about strong nation states.
Right. No, I do. I do get it. But here's the deal, though. They always used to do these comedies where a guy stumbles into presidency either here.
I don't think he stumbled anything. Like
honest to God, that Breitbart people found him and they said this is the kind of guy that can be a radical. I don't think he has a clue about all the...
Oh, no, I think he does. I think you're off there. I think absolutely that. I think this guy has been grooming himself for this position for a long time. If you go back and look at the 30 years of his talks, he had the media against him. He had Silicon Valley against him.
Right,
He had Hollywood against him.
Didn't want him.
He had, of course, his own party against him. And he had the Pope against him.
Yeah, I understand.
Yet, he came through in a landslide. Why? Because what you brought earlier, he was a populist president. Oh, no. You could drive from Florida to Iowa right now, not cross a blue county.
I know, the average man loves
And I'm out here talking it every day, and I guarantee you, when I talk to people, they come by, overwhelmingly, I'm getting thumbs up.
I canceled my own insurance because when Obamacare kicked in, my insurance premium more than doubled, and it was a useless plan. It was only good if I have a double bypass.
Of all the experts in the field that I've asked out here, because that's the only way I'll really get my real news is by talking to people that from Iran, so I can find out what the hell's going on in Iran.
Talk to you later.
I would love to talk to you.
Can I get a photo of you in your
I still want to ask you some more questions about what you think's going on over in the Middle East.
Middle East will be good when the oil runs out.
I think that's it.
All right, but let's ask you. Okay, one last photo you say. All right, 1, 2.
When oil runs, free money runs out, they start thinking like Vietnam, like China. They start making t-shirts, and their lives will improve.
Thank you, sir.